EA Sports. And up next is the Texans' lengthy corner, who comes into this game at 43 tackles so far this season. It's the Texans and the Titans, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can...
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet Leonard. And off we go from Nashville. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year. That's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
On play action, they'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Back to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Here is third down and 4.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
The Texans at 13-2 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now the first carry here for their running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain of 32 that time.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Hands it off out of the gun.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And they'll run again. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now the Titans get their first shot on offense. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 71 yards.
He's really been someone special to watch this season and brings a real unique element to their offense. Even with defenses focusing on him all year, he still sits 4th in the league in yardage. Hard to come up with an answer for a back playing as well as he has been. They've got their work cut out for them in this one as he chases another big week.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Let's get out of here with a win,
Back to throw here. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. To punt for Tennessee. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. Not a big deal on that one. Just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Texans will take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's been one of the most consistent pieces of their offense all year long, no doubt. Shouldn't be much of a surprise then to see him among the league leaders in rushing here late in the season. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what keyed their victory? the pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Now 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
He'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Christian Watson.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Titans are back within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Texans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he is the NFL leader in passing yards here in the penultimate week of the season as he looks to finish strong in order to capture the crown. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. You talk about this Titan defense.
They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. They'll set up to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll drop to throw. Pass incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted. But he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12.
Powering his way forward. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
The Texans offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So he stopped for no gain, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Tennessee offense set to go again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going.
That we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. That is caught, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runner.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. It's their quarterback with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Titans have got it back to within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. Quickly completed to the right flat. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. From the 29, here's second down and 5.
They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Second down and 4.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the Texans are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
And that is caught. Touchdown.
Down. And the Texans are able to add on to that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And he will have a Titans first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Over the middle into the hands of Burks.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The visitors' offense and their running back. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
2nd and 5. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Here's Tommy Townsend now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So we have come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
On second down, they'll run it here. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go.
Down and 4.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He gets this one to Burks.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP.
Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number?
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
17.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Titans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 7.
At the 39-yard line.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
He's been terrific so far. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Texans back out there and ready to go. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw.
Well, he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
On play action, they'll throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. Stiff-armed him. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
It may sound cliche, but those are the types of yards he can get you. He's such a bruising back.
He is, and typically with that type of a back, if he has any type of stamina, it shows up later in the ball game. Because trust me, guys get tired of running up and trying to tackle that big fella. It wears on him, and then he gets stronger as the game goes.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Rashee Rice,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Weaver. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw here.
It's complete. Burks.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Christian Watson
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
What's good on the extra point? And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
And he will find his man on the outside. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
At the 46-yard line.
He'll look to throw.
He's across midfield.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That one caught by Rice.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. He'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now in Nashville. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
They'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll set up a throw.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Houston's offense taking over again. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Looking to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now they'll run on the draw. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is, and it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. From 3 yards out.
And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
It's Roger McCreary with a pick.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
At the 22-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll look to throw.
That is caught. And he will have a Titans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
2nd and 4. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
This crowd alive again. Some were headed for the exits, but a 4th quarter comeback has tied things up as the kick is away here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them. And
oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the Titans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Now they go screen. It's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Over the middle, complete. That's Weaver. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. From the center of the field, this to win the ball game. And his kick is indeed good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
This is 1st and 10.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
What a thrilling 4th quarter this one was. Well, at least, I guess, if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a 1-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So for the Titans,
they get the critical victory to move into 9-7 now.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.